Alright, so the solo that we're going to be doing together, it's a group solo. I know. It's interesting. There's like split parts, you'll see. Anyways, this solo is in 9. It's by Ali Kid, and it's called Dokus, which means 9. It's slow, which seems weird for a drum solo, but it's actually slow. So we want to take it like about that speed. Doom, tech, doom, da da da, doom, 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 da, doom, 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 da, doom, 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 doom. So it's very slow. So part A, the first line. That's the first line, well, technically 2 lines of part A. That theme is going to carry on through it. Doom, da, doom, da da da, doom, da da da, da, doom, da da, doom, da da da. So it's a lot of 3s. It's going to be 3 up here, then 3 down here. So there's a lot of 1, 2, 3. A lot of that kind of motif. The second line is going to start out with dooms. Alright, so this one, it's still slow. You can do it on one hand, but it's more showy to do 2. The next line is faster, but not blazing fast. So all it is that just that triplet fill. So all we're going to do is just put left hand 1 3s in there. Alright, so the next line, the 4th line, is going to be starting with this doom doom, slap slap, doom doom, and then goes back to what we've been expecting. Nice and simple, more or less. We want to do that one hand to kind of show off a little bit, so we can play it like. I'm clicking on the last beat because there's a rest. 3rd line is that again, but it's at the beginning this time. The last line is similar to the 3rd line. Only difference is we're not going to roll all the way through it. So it's not going to be this time. Which is setting us up for the bridge. So that's all we need at the beginning. So the bridge is going to help us, well, bridge. And it's going to follow that pattern what we had at the end of part A that. And it seems fast, but there are ways to kind of slow it down. And then the second half of it, it's going to kind of reverse that. Instead of going into the tech, we're going to be rolling into the doom. So. And then it just kind of loops around, and we play it 3 times, the whole thing, because it's going to come out to 36, which is 4 times 9, which is, so for 9, that's perfect, because this is kind of like a 12-beat phrase, not a 9-beat phrase. So it's got to kind of line back up. So, the bridge. And that's the bridge. It seems really fast. We'll get there. Don't worry. The next part is kind of an in-between, like a pre-chorus. And it's going to be this kind of pattern, this that kind of thing. So that's all it is. So coming out the bridge, that's where it's going to be. And that's the bridge. Part B, we're going to do 2 times through the whole thing. This one is kind of where a different kind of groove comes in, and I like it. We're going to use our flicks. Part B. And then it repeats. Alright, next is the B2 section. Before the B section was that bum bum dum dum. But instead of doing flicks this time, we're just going to use text. So. And there's the B section. B2 section. Same thing, just instead of doing the flicks, we're doing the up there. A little bit easier. Next is the solo groove. So there's going to be some parts where people can do some solos. And I'm thinking to do 2 reps of it for each person. So we do 2 times through the solo groove. Then we do the part in between solos. The solo groove is basically malfouf, that. But since we're 9, we got to add some notes. So it's. And we're going to play just 2 times through it and then get the in-between. In-between is really just Kashlamut. Da, 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 da. So. And then we go back to the groove. So the solo groove is going to sound like this. back into the bridge again, just that section again, and then we'll come to the finale. All right, part C. So we're going to get back into this groove, and we're going to have some left-handed dooms again. Here we really got to pay attention to where our fingers are, and which fingers, because sometimes we have groups of 4, sometimes we have groups of 2, sometimes groups of 3, sometimes just 1. We also got to pay attention to the accents, otherwise it kind of messes with our rhythm. So, rest. Check. 1, 3, 1, 3, 2. Check, 1, 3, 1. And that's the first line. There's the first line. Second line and fourth line are identical. So this is kind of like the repeated verse of a song, because it's going to be slap 2, 1, back. So got to watch out for there. So line 2. Line 2 and line 4 actually. All right, so line 3. There's line 3. Line 4 again. And then at the end of this, there's this little mini break, and it repeats 3 times. And that's the end of part C. All right, so at the end, we have the bridge again, followed by the finale. The finale is really the same as that in-between part, but we're just going to change the sounds a little bit. The bridge is exactly the same as before. We're doing it 3 times again. And then the end, we're just going to go that 1 da 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 da, and it's just going to be doom doom. Whole section we're going to do twice. Okay? So the finale is just. Oops, sorry. Oops. And it ends on a dim. So let's see if I can do better on this. I always want to verse the slaps in the text, so